Mating season? Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Van Life Mama. I'm coming to you from KOA Forsyth. You see I'm at the duck pond. The geese are coming up because they think I'm going to feed them, but I'm not. I don't know if you can hear the road noise. Sorry for that, it's pretty loud. The KOA is right off the highway, which is easy for navigation, but bad for sleeping. So the plan for today is we are taking our time leaving Forsyth just so we can let some of the rush hour traffic die down. I'm going to have breakfast, going to have a nice shower. And then we are driving 5 hours to Blue Springs State Park. I'm so excited to go there because my husband has always wanted to see manatees, and hopefully the manatees are still there and we can see them in the spring, which will be really cool. And I'll be excited to get to the warmth of Florida, although it is calling for rain today. So I hope it doesn't rain too much, but either way, we'll still love it. I brought an umbrella. We can go explore in the rain. That's fine. So I'm going to go back up to the cabin. I'll show you guys the cabin. It's just a little cabin. It's your basic KOA cabin. And then I'm going to go for a shower. Ooh, slippery mud. So like I said, there's no direct parking to these cabins. So you see the van is parked right there. Then you come on this path. And then here are the cabins. All the geese are rowdy this morning. Wearing cabin 12. And here's the cabin. Not very much storage. I know it looks a mess, but bunk beds for the boys, a bed for me and my husband. When I first got into the cabin, they had a heater running. I don't know if they realized that Canadians were staying in this cabin because it was so hot when we got in there. We had to unplug it as soon as we got in. Definitely don't need a heater right now in Georgia. It was like, what, 10, 11 degrees Celsius last night, and it's probably like 5 right now. Like, I'm standing here in a t-shirt. It's nice weather right now. Definitely didn't need a heater in the cabin. Okay, so I'm sitting under the porch here to have breakfast because it started to rain a little bit. But that's okay. I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite things to get in America, because we don't have them in Canada, for breakfast. Now, if you watch me for a while, you know for breakfast I'll usually have yogurt and fruit. That's pretty much what I always have, yogurt and a banana. Even when we're on the cruise, I'll have yogurt and a banana, or sometimes I'll have a waffle with yogurt on it and a banana. But anyways, this stuff, Yoplait whipped. I love this stuff. We don't have it in Canada, and I can only get it in the States. And the whips, I just love the texture of this stuff. It's like a fluffy cloud of strawberry yogurt. I love it. Obviously not sponsored. I just really like this stuff. We had a little problem on this trip. You guys know I don't drink coffee. I have milk in the morning usually, but my husband does drink coffee. We did bring one of our old Keurig machines with us so that he can make himself some coffee. Guess what? It didn't work. He tried and tried and tried when we were in, where were we? Kentucky, at the campground in Kentucky, in the rain, to try to get his Keurig to work, and it didn't work. And he is a slave to his coffee in the mornings, and not being able to get up and make coffee has been hard for him. So as soon as we leave here, we're going to have to find somewhere for him to get coffee. I'm glad I am not a slave to the coffee. I don't need it to function during the day. But what do you guys do for making your coffee in the morning? A new solution would be good for us where we don't have to lug the Keurig with us all the time. So let me know in the comments, what do you do for coffee in the morning? Okay, so I had my shower, all squeaky clean now. I'm just kind of sitting on the bench here in front of the cabin, watching the geese in the pond. My husband and Austin are packing the van because it's compromise. I do all the driving and they do all the packing. So I figure it's a fair trade-off. Waiting for my other son to get out of the bathroom, and then we are hitting the road. First stop, I guess, is at Dunkin's so my husband can get coffee. Let's go. So we've been on the road for like a whole 45 minutes and we stopped because we wanted to stop at Bucky's. You can't drive past Bucky's and not stop at Bucky's. Plus we need lunch, so what better place to go than Bucky's? Okay, Bucky's secured. Of course, I got some chips. I've been eating them while I was waiting in line. I got my brisket sandwich that I always get. Corbin got a cinnamon roll and a wrap. And we got a few bags of beef jerky. So now we should be all set for the trip. And we shouldn't have to stop again until we hit Florida. Bye, Bucky's. Well guys, we finally made it to Florida. We're in Blue Springs State Park. Check out the campsite. All nice and open. It looks so lush. It's like we're in the middle of the rainforest. So the whole reason for booking here was we want to find manatees. So my husband and I are going to go for a walk to see if we can find some manatees. I think my boys are a little unsure about walking through all this vegetation. It's so green and lush. I miss all the green at home. It's just white. There's no green. Maybe I shouldn't have worn flip-flops, but look at the vines hanging down. So normally access to the spring would close at 6 and you would have to pay day fee to get in here. But because we're staying in the campground, we can just walk here, and our campsite was super close to the path and we don't have to pay anything. And she said, you can come here anytime you want. You want to come here in the middle of the night? You can do that. Just bring a flashlight. You want to come first thing in the morning? You can do that. So it definitely pays to be staying at the campground if you want to come visit the spring. Because a lot of times the spring can get at capacity early in the morning. So if you can, book a campsite. So there was no manatee in the first boardwalk we went to. Apparently there was one manatee here today. She may have left. So we're gonna come first thing in the morning and check to see if we can see her. But we did see fish. We saw some turtles. And the water of the spring is just so clear and blue and beautiful. It's really nice here. All the vegetation, the Spanish moss, the ferns growing on the trees. So now we're just going, taking a walk down this boardwalk, see if we can go further down the spring, see if we see anything. It may look like it's the same day that I left you, but it's actually the next morning. I couldn't close out the vlog because I lost the light, so I figured I'd just continue it this morning. We are on the hunt for manatees again. We are at Blue Springs State Park along the trails. My husband and I did come down here before the sun was up at about 5 o'clock in the morning to see if we can see anything. We didn't see manatees, but we did see a big gator. I'll post a picture for that here, which was pretty cool. So then we actually packed up the van and drove it to the parking lot here, so we can just kind of chill here for a few hours, keep an eye out for manatees. We did see a couple of owls having a very interesting conversation. I'll post that clip here.
To be fair, I was like the zoo of Florida.
Meeting season? But for now, we're walking the boardwalk and we're looking for manatees again. Good morning, Mr. Alligator. Where's your friends, Mr. Manatees? This bird has been in this exact same spot since yesterday. Okay, so no luck finding manatees. I think next year we're going to try to book a cruise during manatee season where this spring is like full of 100 of them. But so we're staying in Blue Springs State Park, which is about an hour and 20 minutes outside of Cocoa Beach, which is where we have our hotel booked for our cruise. We've been trying to kill time before we could check in, because normally you can't check into a hotel until like 3 or 4. But I called our hotel and asked, is there any way that we can come now and check in? And she's like, yep, come on down, we'll have a room ready for you. Shout out to Days Inn, Cocoa Beach. We stayed at this hotel before when we went on a cruise and we loved it. So we booked it again, and they're just awesome to deal with. Awesome customer service. So close to the cruise port. Totally recommend Days Inn, Cocoa Beach. So now we're heading to Cocoa Beach. Okay guys, we arrived in Cocoa Beach. This is my view from my hotel room. You got the ocean here. You got the Cocoa Beach pier here. Again, shout out to Days Inn, Cocoa Beach for letting us come and check in so early. Like, we got here like 9 o'clock and they let us check in. They had a room ready for us. awesome person working the front desk. She gave us a rundown on things to do in Cocoa Beach and places to eat, things to see. So now we're just waiting for my parents and my brother to get here, and we're gonna go to the beach. Okay, so we spotted my parents and my brother from our hotel room. So now we're heading over to the beach to meet them. Well guys, we had a great beach day. You see my hair is all beachy. Had a nice swim in the ocean. I missed the ocean, but for now I'm gonna leave you guys here. Tomorrow we get on our ship. I'm so happy to finally get back on a ship, a Carnival ship. We were on a royal ship, but now we're on a Carnival ship tomorrow. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to go live for the first time, so wish me luck with that. But in the meantime, if you like these videos, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and most importantly, to help the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.